Okay, so I bought one of these. This is the new oil pump. This is the old one. I just took the top off, the cover off. Okay, so what I want to do is change the shaft. Now, the old oil pump, this shaft right here is what you would call a male, and the ones that you buy on eBay are all female. Okay, so what I want to do is switch them over. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this, but it looks like I'll be able to. So basically, just pop out the old one, like so. There you go. Here, take out one from the new pump. And as you can tell, they're the same length and they're the same width. And here's the gear, whatever you want to call this, that spins inside here. There you go. And my old one will fit right in. So there you go. I got the new one. My old shaft, I put it into the new oil pump. Fits in no problem. Here's the other, here it is sticking out the other side. So I don't have to change the shaft there off the this shaft right here. So I don't have to change this shaft. So it should work fine. The other thing I noticed different is that the new, well, take a look at the old pump. You know, it's kind of like a gasket around here. The new one, it doesn't have one. So I'm not too sure about that. So I'm probably going to end up making my own. I've got some gasket paper here. I'll probably just make my own right here. I don't want to put like silicone or anything like that right here, because I don't want that to go inside the pump or the gears or whatnot. So it looks like it's going to work. So it was a cheap fix. This only cost me like what, $12 on eBay. So it looks like it's going to work. The old one, I don't know, I think it might have been binding on the inside here, because the old oil pump sprocket, whatnot, was just completely worn right out, like shaved right off. So I don't know if it's because the cam chain got loose or this was binding. I didn't want to take a chance, so I just put a new oil pump in. Anyway, I got all the parts for the bottom end anyway. So I'm starting to put the bottom end together, and I've got the cases put back together. As you can tell, everything's pretty well done for the bottom. I'm just buttoning it up. Anyway, I didn't show that part, but I do show it on my previous videos for my 1973 Honda ct70, so take a look at that. But basically, gaskets in, of course, for the base right here. Remember the gears, I had a tooth missing, so I replaced that, so that's put in, no problem. The shifting is really nice and smooth by hand anyway, so it works really well. No complaints, as you can tell. Works really good. So, oh, there you go. And got my new shifter shaft in, of course. Comes out through the other side. I'm going to put new seals, of course, right here and right here. I fixed my cover a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. This side right here where JB Weld, this was all gone right here. So I build it up, and once I get the cover for this side, I'll grind it down so that's nice and flush. So this seals up this area really well, because you don't want mud and water in here, because this is where your points, condenser and whatnot are. So in my case, right here, it's shot. It's the previous owner really broke it up really good, so I gotta get a new one. As you can tell, what they had done, they put a little piece of a plate right here and riveted, and you know, it's not gonna stop the mud and so on to go in there. Plus, it looks bad, so I'm gonna get a new one. I think what might have happened is that the chain came off and it busted this whole case right here. So I think that's what happened anyway. So I guess my next step now is to I gotta put my oil pump sprocket, the shaft that goes through here. So I gotta do that, and then on this side I've got to put my my clutch, the whole clutch assembly. So I gotta put that big gear that goes here, and there's a little one that rides on this here, and then the clutch goes on top, and then put this case back on. I gotta put the clutch adjustment that goes through here, and anyway, I'll show you all that. So that's gonna be the next step here, and once that's all done this side, then I can start sourcing out parts for the top end. I need a new cylinder, piston and rings, and for the heads, I'll keep the old heads, but I'll get new valves and valve springs. What else? Camshaft, and then I'll be able to put that together and drop it in the frame and see what happens.